Okay. Hi, class. I'm here in Zion National Park with a friend that I'd like to introduce you to. I can't be here today in school because my mom is having eye surgery, but I want you to meet my new friend. And this is my friend Laura, and Laura is deaf, and she's with me in the park. So, Laura, tell us about being, how did you become deaf?
Okay, I was born deaf. I have my parents can hear,
Okay.
and both of them have recessive gene. Both of them did not know that they were going to have deaf children. And but if you look into my mom's history, way back, third, fourth, fifth cousin. My mom's Italian, so they tend to have large families. And her distant cousin is deaf. So there was some deafness in her family. My father is Polish, and so his family was in Poland.
Uh-huh.
And nobody knew if my
They,
father had any deafness in the family, but he did because my father carried the recessive gene. And so when I was born, they didn't know I was deaf until I was about maybe a year old. And they noticed that I wasn't responding to sound.
oh, okay.
And so they brought me to an audiologist and they tested me and they said that, okay, she's deaf.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So your parents can hear, but
My parents can hear.
there's a history of deafness in at least your mother's family.
Right, they knew that,
Okay.
right. They tried tracing it in my father's family, but they can't find the family members. My father's parents moved to Poland when they were very young. So,
So, so how can your parents who are hearing have a child who's deaf?
it's because they didn't know it at the time, but they carry recessive gene. You have a dominant and you have a recessive gene. The dominant is the hearing gene, in my case. The recessive is the deaf gene.
Okay.
So then when my mom married my father also had the recessive gene for the deafness, but he also had the dominant gene. The dominant will always, it's dominant.
It will always show itself when
Uh,
over the recessive
Right.
gene.
Both of my parents have the dominant for the hearing and the recessive. So because they have the dominant, they hear.
Okay.
So anyway, when I was born, I had my mom's recessive and my dad's recessive. So that's why I'm deaf. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother. So I'm the firstborn. My sister can hear. My other sister can hear. And then my other sister, Rebecca, is deaf.
Okay.
And
Your
then I have
brother?
a brother who can hear.
Oh, so just you and your sister are deaf. You
Right.
and Rebecca are
Right.
deaf.
Right.
And all the others can hear. So they all have the dominant gene.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And you.
We don't know, my 2 sisters that can hear, they could have a recessive gene,
Uh-huh.
or they can have 2 dominant genes.
Yeah.
But because they can hear, they have the dominant gene, but the other gene may be recessive.
Okay. So you're married as well, and you
I-
have a couple of kids.
Yes.
Okay. Can your husband hear?
No, he's deaf as well.
He's deaf as well.
Yes.
Okay.
Then his parents, it's the same as my parents. They both can hear.
Okay.
But apparently they both also carry the recessive
The
gene.
gene.
And my husband is deaf, and he has 1 sister, and she is deaf too.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. And we're going to talk about your kids in a little bit.
Okay.
But first, I need you guys to do something for me. I need you to get your textbook, which is Cells and Heredity, and I want you to look up recessive and dominant genes, and I want you to try to make a prediction. We're going to talk to Laura about her children in a little bit, and I want you to make a prediction. Can her kids hear, or can they not hear, based on what you've heard her tell you today? Okay? All right.